Hey guys, what is going on? It is your boy Keys, and today we will talk about the top 3 mice, more or less, putting the amount of price to the amount that you get. There's probably 3 different mice styles that I'm going to kind of go over today, and we're going to go from there. Let's get right into the video. Alrighty guys, so the first mouse I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the XM1R or the XM1. You can relatively get it around $60-ish, so it's going to be at the bottom of the price range of this list of the top 3 mice I have here. If you look, the prices kind of can range what you're looking at. Amazon is kind of a little bit higher price right now, but if you're just looking for a base, XM1R Black, you can definitely go ahead and get pictures up for about $60. You're pretty much looking at about that anyhow. You can kind of avoid your delivery costs, but give or take, that's what's gonna cause. I see it mostly for the grip sizes and used for mostly being a claw or more of a palm relaxed grip. You can do it in both ways. I prefer claw because I am a claw player. But it really depends on your playstyle. Now, this mouse can be a little bit aggressive, and it is more towards claw-handed grip users, which allow you a lot more precision over time, and it just takes a lot longer to get used to, but you're usually okay with it. So I started with just a simple palm grip, or you can use it as a fingertip if you put your fingertips and just use your fingertips, but usually palm grip is quite nice. It works great for most people. So I've been using this mouse for a pretty long time now. I used the original one, the XM1. I liked it. Once they upgraded the switches, this is going to be the Cal 8.0 switches in it. It is a great upscale from where it started, and I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a starter mouse. Professionally wise, I love this mouse. A lot of top streamers do, and overall it is just a great mouse. So now we're going to be going into the second part of this, which is going to be my second favorite tiered mouse, and this is going to be at your higher range. This is going to be right around your 150 to $200 range, wherever you can take it, get it, that kind of stuff. But relatively, you're going to be looking, and it sounds bad when I look at this, but I'm going to show you the screen now. I'm going to type actually in here what it is, and we're going to take a look here. So relatively, you can get the original for quite more. I'm sure you can lovely see what it is already here. So we're going to be looking at the GPro Superlight here. Superlight is probably one of the best and most friendliest mouses around. There is not really any other mouse that I'd recommend for a first starter that's looking for wireless. Hands down, this is the best esports mouse you can get, probably the lightest and the longest battery life possible on this at all. If you don't really know what kind of style that you're playing in as a start off, you're going to be really looking towards the Superlight. This is going to be like your first starter mouse that I'd recommend, and then you can kind of go from there and go and figure out what you kind of want to do. But this would be your starter mouse overall. It can be a little pricey. It's about $135. The price has actually dropped about, and I give you $14 on Amazon, but they can range from store to store, but with that being said, more or less, you're taking back what you get with the XM1R once you learn your grip style, and you're only spending about $60 for that mouse. But that mouse overall you can use all, but this is really relaxed. This is a relaxed claw grip too. Like, you can go like really intense on it like this. I usually play like this. This is my comfortable, not really stressing out, but it's a comfortable mouse. And then, I go off clones of this mouse, but this being probably my #1 mouse that I use the most. I've had this probably for about 5 to 6 months, and I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I have not gotten really in depth with it. I kind of have been jumping from mouse to mouse, going around trying to find the best mouse for me. Personally, it's between the XM1 for me and the GPro. I really can't get in any other mouse. Coming soon, I'm getting a Model O minus wireless from Glorious PC Gaming Race. We're going to see what that kind of holds, but I'm kind of going to stick with my GPro for now, since it being the longest battery life. This battery life has probably lasted me about 4 weeks, and it's usually always on. So that's usually really what I recommend for a lot of things. And then the very last one that I'm going to get into, and it might seem as kind of a shock and a surprise, but this mouse is kind of modeled off the GPro, so it's a great overall mouse. And going back to the GPro for a minute here, you're going to get a much better value going with the Superlight rather than the original. 1, the upgraded skates. 2, they get rid of the DPI button on it. It's a much cleaner design, but again, it isn't for your lefties, so remember that, lefties, if you want to play left-handedly, you're going to have to get a different mouse. This does not have the buttons on the side that provide it, so you're kind of screwed there. But to move in my last mouse, I'm going to kind of set this one aside so you guys don't get confused here. We're going to be kind of looking at this one. This is going to be a Air 58 Ninja. This is going to be from Final Mouse. Now, none of you guys probably can lay your hands on this mouse anymore. This mouse is custom modded by a gentleman on Twitter called Cryo Mods. He's a really good dude. I hit him up about it. I paid roughly around, I think, $350 for it. USB-C charging wireless. It's a G305 mod, Logitech internals. But this shape fits my hand the best, hands down, for the size. It's the GPro clone, but a little bit bigger. Having this, it allows me to have a nice palm grip use, or a nice, fingertip grip, or claw grip, or whatever kind of grip you're looking for. Like if you're playing fingertips kind of a pain in the ass. I don't like fingertip. I usually use a palm or claw with most of these mouses. But with that being the preference, this overall, the shape, the eggshell shape, this kind of flares out a little bit, kind of like your XM1 does. But this is really an observation that I really enjoy this kind of shape. It's the easiest to use, and relatively it's just nice. If you guys have questions, all of this stuff will be down in the links below. If you have questions for me where I get my grips and stuff, I will go ahead and post a link below. Actually, these are probably the best grips, and I get them from the US, which is Lethal Gaming Gear. They're really, really, really good, and their mouse feet are legitimately immaculate. They're core pads that they get from CorePad. They always usually have them in stock, even the new V2s that they came out just for the Superlight themselves. If not, and those are the same grips I use on my XM1 and all my other mouses. This is kind of what I stick by. And I'm gonna be reviewing also the Model O wireless, the Model O minus wireless edition, with also the grips and the feet when the time comes. Now, I don't have it yet. I did get early access to it, so it's gonna be here within 3 to 6 weeks, and I probably will do a follow-up video if this video does pretty well. So, if there is anything that I can, help you guys kind of choose a mouse for you or see your hand type, as you can see, my hands are genuinely big for a size, and it's kind of a pain in the ass to get a perfect sized mouse at first. You kind of got to try a few, but relatively, if I would go from big to small, I would start saying your GPro is probably your smallest, then you're working up to your XM1 was a little bigger, and then your Air 58 is going to be bigger than all of them, which this is probably going to match the Model O the most out of all of these mouses. I do own probably about a good 16, 17 different mouses, anywhere ranging from G502 to a G-Wolves Hottie to a fingertip mouse only. I have a lot, so I have a very good understanding of mices, and I can help you out anyway down in the comments below. Thank you guys. I hope you have a good day. Peace.